walk.
Welcome to K-BarAdventures, and today we're spearfishing. This is one of my best trips, and I met this really cool Jamaican guy this time, so I'm really stoked to be able to finally show you guys this footage. Right here, I'm dropping in on this cave that I saw this big Omilu swim into, hoping he's still in there. Coming in nice and slow. Gotta go into these caves slow, and then you gotta kind of sit there and let your eyes adjust. But right here, I see him already. Line up, take the shot. And then he immediately swims out of this hole. So I try and go through it real quick so my line doesn't get tangled. And right here, I see an Omilu swim straight in front of me. And I was like, oh, there's more in here. But as I squeeze through this little hole, I go to my left, grab my spear, nothing on it. I was like, oh my gosh, it ripped off. So I go back to the surface, and this is when teamwork makes the dream work. I tell my buddy Jarek what happened, and then he goes down to go check on it. So I'm sitting up here waiting. He goes and peeks his head in, and then sure enough, he gets another shot. I'm so stoked. I see him swimming up with the fish, and I'm like, oh yeah, he got it. And then he wasn't sure that it was the fish that I shot, but it definitely was. We look here, and you can see that there's 2 holes in it. See right there on the back, that's where my spear went in. So it must have torn off from mine, swam back into another entrance, and then swam back in front of me again, and then hung out in the cave until Jarek saw it. Right here is one of my favorite spots to ever drop on. It's this cave with 2 entrances and exits, and there's always big minpachis in here, and sometimes omilus and lobsters. So I come in nice and slow, peek around the corner looking for omilus, just a bunch of big minpachis. So I swim through, seeing if there's anything else around. Thinking about shooting one of these minpachis, but then I look up and I see antennas, and I'm like, oh, it's lobster season, I should grab one of these daytime lobsters. Start squeezing my way in. There's all kinds of lobsters in here. There's like 3 or 4 in this little puka. Grab one by the antenna here. I'll grab it by the body for a second, but then it slips through my hand. I try and grab another one, but their antennas are in the way, so I decided to bail. It's always fun like that when you're trying to chase lobsters and then you start running out of breath and you're like pushing yourself because you're like, oh, I know I can grab it, and then your lungs are on fire. This next dive is kind of exciting. There's a few Ulua houses here, so I decided to go check this one. Coming nice and slow, and there's 2 entrances and exits, so I look to my right real quick, and nobody's home to the right here straight ahead. I can get a pretty good view. You can't really see it on camera. And then I look to my left, and there's another area. No Ulua's home, just more big minpachis. I decide to take one, and then I decide not to. And then I'm like, no, I should. And I'm like, oh no, I have both bands on. Probably bend my tip. Like, oh, I'll let them go past that. So right here, it's kind of cool. You can see how long we can hold our breath underwater. Kind of just thinking. Finally decided to take one. Line up, get one. You can kind of hear it hit the wall back there. Luckily, did not bend my shaft, so came out clean and got a nice minpachi. Here's brother Jarek coming down to check on me because I was in there for a while. The shallow water blackouts usually happen right as you're about to hit the surface, so we swim down when we're down there for a long time. Just check on each other. Right here's another Ulua cave. Jarek already went in and swam to the right, but there's another way to the left. And I was like, oh, I'll just go down and back him up if he shoots an Ulua. And then I see this nice table boss. So I decide to go check down in here. And then if nothing is here to the left or Jarek doesn't need help, I'll probably just turn around shoot that yellow table boss. So here, looking, another nice Ulua house with a sandy bottom. It's perfect. Nobody home. So now I'm back around looking for that yellow table boss. Don't see him, but then I see this nice red uhu swimming away, but she looks kind of curious, so I decided to close the distance. She swims straight towards me, and I get a nice shot on her. Uhus go crazy once you shoot them. They're just flailing everywhere, trying to go in holes and stuff. You gotta not pull them too hard, because their flesh is really soft, so they can rip out really easy. But that's what makes them delicious. This drop was nice. I was nice and warmed up, so I could hold my breath for a long time. Jared came down and did a look, so there was a lot of life down here, so I decided to swim down, find this nice rock to lay on top of. Just lay down, and my body's pretty much hidden, so I can kind of just get comfy, just relax. The longer you can just sit at the bottom and not really move around, the fish just keep getting more comfortable, and that stuff farther away gets more curious. Right here I see some goats in the distance, some goatfish. Just waiting, and then yeah, sure enough, this Joe gets curious, swims up towards me. I was able to get a nice shot on him and stone him. This dive was funny. I see this blue uhu swimming around, looking nice and curious and ready to shoot. But then once I get close, he decides to swim away. But this red one turned around just in time for me to shoot it. But what was funny is, I guess, because it's kind of murky, Jarek was like 5 feet to my right. And he was about to shoot that red uhu. I stole it from him. It's okay, brother. Next one.